DC current.
Hey, Ethan, you sit here. Yay, DC currents.
Then you move over, Chester. You move over to Zachary a bit.
Actually, it's under chemistry or physics.
Table also, table.
Now I sit that side.
Physics.
I better it's DC current lah.
Chester, you can come over.
Yes, after that.
I do not want to hear any noise.
Yeah.
Oh, you're sitting with her.
Ethan, can you sit there? Actually, not Ethan.
Ma.
You can actually change your
Okay, Jisha, please put the attendance away.
Okay. Time out again. You can time out again is. Oh, no. Let me stand there. Time out.
Don't put that there, forget to bring.
No. Geography also. Yeah, I asked to. Give us a put there. Then we should put there.
So funny, they were saying let the toy 罚站。
Three.
Okay,
Three. For us.
let's start on electricity. Okay, let's start on here. Okay.
It's okay, it's being recorded.
So under electricity, we. Wait, wait. Are you ready? So we're going to take a look from the physics O level. So of course we are looking at the combined perspective. Under pure physics, they will be learning 4 electricity topics. That is static, current, DC, and practical. Under combined physics, you only need to learn current, DC, and practical. So under the syllabus, these are divided into 3 individual topics. So basically means that under electricity we need to study 3 chapters, then only we can wrap it up. So it's quite intensive. The content is quite a lot. First and foremost, there's a lot of definitions, a lot of formulas. That means that there's a lot of calculations. So at any point of time you all don't understand, then you'll have to stop. Was it okay? Okay, so for today, we're going to study just the current. I hope I can cover with this. Then, hopefully if you all still don't hate physics, then we will go through DC, which stands for direct current. Alright? Then, if you are okay, you all still don't hate physics, then I will move on to practical. Personally, I would prefer that we cover them as one module, as one modular. Alright? Okay, so what are we to cover under current? For those of y'all who are very new, anyone have studied current before? Perhaps you all touched current before? No. Okay. Correct, that's static electricity. So under current, we're going to learn about these few topics, a few terms that is perhaps really new for some of you. Alright? So they are current, voltage, and resistance. Is it okay? So under this topic called current electricity, you need to learn about what is current, what is voltage, and what is resistance. Was it okay? And under voltage, they further divide into what you need to know, this thing called the EMF and the PD. Alright? EMF stands for
Electromotive force.
correct. Electric electromotive force. And PD stands for potential difference. So you're going to see a lot of big words, and it can be quite intimidating. Alright, it can be quite intimidating. So we need to know what is current. We need to know what is voltage in terms of this and this. We need to know what is resistance. Was it okay? So we're going to just cut them by small piece so that you can truly understand what it is. Okay, so what is current? It says that it is a rate of flow of charges. Okay, so quite a lot of words that perhaps you don't understand. Anyone don't understand what is rate? If you don't understand, you can raise hand. Anyone don't understand rate? What is rate? If you don't understand, maybe I can explain to you. What is rate? Do anyone know what is rate? Have you all learned rate before in math? Ah. Anyone? Oh yes, Joshua.
The rating of the stars.
Okay, that's not wrong. I mean, that is also a correct definition. But the rate here is actually comparing two quantities. Okay, so another big word. So what is quantities? Yes?
Amount.
Amount. So maybe it can be amount of the mass, amount of the volume. Alright? But for the rate of flow of charges for current, it is actually compared two quantity, that is charge and time. Alright? So what is charge? I need to copy down. Oh, it's so exploring. Okay, what is charge? Okay, I'd like to know what your definition says. Okay, charging phones. Okay, some people are thinking of charging phone. Quite closer to the meaning here. Anybody knows what is charge? Yes, Nathan.
Positive or negative charge
Okay.
in the battery.
So what is charge then? Because I asked what is charge, then you tell me positive and negative. Yeah.
Plus or minus.
Plus of.
Take away or
Okay, very good. So this charge, if you remember from chemistry, it means that it can be protons or electrons. So basically it's like that. So you can imagine, let's say that, alright, so this guy is a positive. Alright, imagine that he has a leg, alright, perhaps he has a hand. And what you do is, I'm going to time you how fast you move. Alright? So, if this can cover a big distance in a short period of time, so we say that this person runs very fast. Correct? Correct? Okay, I always saw Nicholas nodding heads. Okay. When you say that current is basically charge over time, so basically what we do is, okay, so I'm going to stand here, so this is me, alright, so let's say this is me, okay, so what I do is I have a stopwatch, alright, I have a stopwatch, so this stopwatch will continue to move. Basically I will stand here, and then what I do is I count how many of these charges passing by this point. Have you all ever so bored sometimes when you just sit on the side of the road, then you start counting how many cars pass by?
no.
No. Wow, you all actually have a lot of handphone in the last those days, and I just sit down there because I don't have handphone, no pages. I just start counting how many trishaws, how many bicycles, count. So basically, people are still doing this thing. Okay, you are paid for doing that. So basically, they go to AYE, BKE. So they just go there and then they start counting how many cars, then they have to write down. They have to work straight 8 hours without going to toilet. So basically because they need to know what is the flow of the traffic. Yeah, so I know of a brother who does that, but he quit after 1 week. He cannot go toilet after 8 hours. Very tough job. So when you say current, so basically you're counting how many charges that can flow through here. Everybody, can you all understand? Yes? Can I, Jishan? Okay. There is a unit. Alright? So current has a symbol.
C.
Is I equals to Q over T. Perhaps you can Google, because this I and this Q is actually taken from a Greek word, alright, which basically means current and Q basically means charge. But it has a unit. For current, the unit is ampere, which is A-M-P-E-R-E, ampere. I think it's a French guy's name. Q is coulomb, and the time is in seconds. So this is the first formula that you need to learn. Some students find this a bit hard to memorize, so I'll prefer to perhaps do it in this triangular form. Okay? Anyone learned math speeds?
Yeah.
How about y'all? Have you all learned speed? Anyone have you learned speed formula?
Distance equals speed like mine.
Okay. So I have naughty acronym. I was like, done, sexy teachers. So speed is distance over time. But if you were to do this, what you do is you change this. Q is here, and then I is here. So basically I, if you just close the I is Q over T. Then if you want to find Q, you just close this Q equals to I times T. If you want to find what is time, then you just Q divided by I. So this triangle or formula is very useful. Okay, yes, Kester. I saw that you have a blurred face today. Yeah?
I bet understanding formula like that. Like 1 over 1.
Okay, if you feel that you prefer to memorize formula in this way, it's also fine with me. Alright, you can just memorize current equals to charge over time.
Actually, I don't really understand
Which part?
how to measure it.
Oh.
Measure time.
Okay,
That's usually a problem.
there is a instrument that they use to measure. Because the thing is, if I were to stand here and I look at the charge, first and foremost, I have one problem. I can't even see the charge. Why? The charge is too small and it flows too fast. Correct? Some electrons, they can travel very, very fast, very, very close to the speed of light. So you can't see, right? Can you see light? I can't see light. Actually, they are light, photons. They are particles of light actually hitting me, but I can't see it. Alright? Thank goodness we can't see it. So if not, they will be very, very troublesome. So how? So what do we use to measure current? So of course, it will not be me measuring it. I use an instrument called the ammeter. Alright, I use an instrument to measure the current. So ammeter is used to measure current. Alright? We big humans, alright, we can't measure. Can count the cars passing by, still not a problem. Actually, personally, if I were to stand on the busy expressway, I think counting cars also can be quite easy. Because just so many passing by, correct? You have to count. And you have to count the cars, you have to count the motorbikes, you have to count the lorries, you have to count the vans, you have to count the trucks. You see, it's quite confusing. So, but we still can cope. But to measure how much charge flowing through is definitely beyond us. So that's why we need to use this instrument called the ammeter. Have anyone seen an ammeter before? Go on. Okay. I hope that I will learn how to use the TV one day. Then I'll let you all see what are all these instruments, how are they being used. Okay? Can?
Can use this one also.
Oh, okay.
Use many times already.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice there's a TV here.
Yeah.
There's the TV there. Okay? So far, can you all follow? Yeah, it's a bit dry, so I'll try to make it interesting. So far, so good? So I talk about current already, and I talk about we use ammeter to measure. Then now let's take a look of this part called the voltage. Okay? So what is voltage? Alright, it's a very big word. But if I were to change this word voltage to energy, is it easier to understand? Anyone don't understand what is energy? Anyone know what is energy? Energy. Like, Everyone have lunch ready today? Okay, so when you eat, what kind of energy do you have? Yes.
Chemical potential energy.
Correct. So you have this type of energy that's in you, chemical potential. So only when you start using, like for example, as I walk, the energy that I have in me will change to, there's this type of energy called kinetic. Correct? So for electricity, they too has an energy. And that energy is known as a electrical energy. Okay? Yeah. Electrical energy by far is the most flexible energy that we have so far because it can be converted to light, it can be converted to sound, it can be converted to heat, it can be converted to kinetic. There can be converted to so many different types of energy.
Can be potential also.
Yes, correct. It can. So, what is voltage formula? Have you all copied down already? Yeah, no?
No, yeah.
Okay, can I rub here? Okay, I rub here. Okay. So what is EMF? So it's called electromotive force. It's a very, very big word. Okay, the definition is even quite confusing, but let me just write it down first. Okay, so it's the amount of work done per unit charge by the source. Okay, I heard sighing. Okay, to go through the whole circuit. Alright? So, wow, very big words. So, what is the formula for EMF? Is work done over Q. So, this is work, and this one is charge. And this is measured in volt, this one is measured in joule, this one measured in coulomb. So, V is volt, J is joule, and C is coulomb. And you can actually represent it by a triangle if you like. So EMF equals to work done divided by charge. This is in volt, this one is in joule, this one is in coulomb. Okay, I will go slow and steady. Okay, we are not here to win any race. We are here to try to really understand what is going on. We had fun 2 weeks ago. We had fun too last week. So yeah, at least for 1 or 2 weeks, okay, not so much of fun. Because eventually we also have to face this. Okay. So just now I said that when we go down for lunch, we actually gain a certain type of energy, correct? So everyone's eating ability are different. Agree? I mean, I know I can eat a lot. My size testify that. But do you all know that sometimes when you actually go for a buffet, for example, some of you can eat more, some of you can eat less. Correct? And after you all eat, very surprisingly, you realize that some people tend to able to work longer. That means maybe perhaps they can actually do a lot of work. Some people, they just simply can't move that well, can't really move that much because they just don't have much energy. Do you notice? Very surprisingly, for example, certain people seem to be able to work more. Certain people tend to work less. Right? Even like for example, Chester and Jisha, 2 of you, for example, I give you the same amount of food, but then I ask you to do the same amount of work, but very rare that you all can actually finish doing the work at the same time. Correct? Because everyone is different. Correct? Yeah. So it's quite hard to actually determine, right? But for EMF, what they are trying to do is that basically they look at the charge. Alright, do you remember the charge again? So So this charge, right? Alright, so let's say that this is an electron. Alright, this is a small electron. Alright. These electrons can only move when there is energy. Do you agree? Like for example, if you all don't eat for 1 week, you think you can move? Maybe can, but then not so well. So these electrons, they can start to move because of somebody is pushing them. Somebody is actually giving them energy. Alright? And that somebody is the source. Alright? Where does the source of this electricity come from? The bulb. Okay, so the bulb comes from, the energy of the bulb comes from where? Current. Then it comes from where? It's come from a room. There's this special place called the transformer. It's not that transformer there that is standing there. Basically, there's this room. If you notice, they always say that danger, keep out, high voltage. That place is called the transformer room. Basically, what they do is they transform the amount of energy that this building needs. Alright? So, but where does this energy of this transformer, where does this transformer room get it from? Has to come from somewhere, right? In Singapore, normally they come from the incineration plant. In Singapore, there are 4 incineration plants. Alright? One is actually at Woodlands. One is actually at Clementi. There's one, if I'm not wrong, with Tuas. And there's another one somewhere in the east. Alright? You know what's the incineration plant? All the rubbish. Alright, what do? They burn it. After they burn it, what do they do?
Use the burn.
Yeah? That's agree. Quite similar. So what they do is they burn, so they boil the water. There's a very big water. So this water they will convert it to steam. Alright, so this steam they will move through this thing called the turbine. So the turbine will turn. As it turns, it generates electricity. Alright, so that's how things come from. So when they say the source, we will say that we will remember you go all the way to the plant that generates electricity. But for combined physics, our source is very simple. The source that we're going to look at is just very simple. That is called the battery. Alright? Yeah. Anyone don't know what's battery? What is battery? Yes, Joshua.
The one that you put in the phone, anything.
Yes, correct. You can put in the phone. Yes, correct. But the definition of the battery, very surprisingly, is actually 2 or more cells. So what is cells? Some people definitely have seen this before. Some cell looks like this. There's something that's protruding, correct? Alright, so this is cell. 1 cell. When you have 2 cells or more, it's called battery. Alright? So sometimes when I tell people that I want 1 cell, people look at me, huh? 1 cell? Yeah, I say, I need 1 cell. Then the person, what's that? I say battery. Then the person like, say battery lah, what's this cell? So I say, I only need 1. So that's why I say I need 1 cell. So I was like, huh? Okay. So that's the thing, when we know correct terms in physics and you talk to laymen, then they find it very difficult to understand this. So, remember where's the plus and minus here in the battery?
The protruding is the plus.
Correct. Anyone agree?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen this battery before? This kind of cell? Yeah, so this is a plus.
That's the positive.
And the back, alright, the buttock here. So this is actually the negative.
No wonder sometimes I see got plus and minus.
Yes, correct. That's very observant. But of course, as a physicist, we are quite lazy. We're not going to draw the battery out. So we have the symbol for that. So that symbol is that the long plus is a long one, the negative is a short one. So it's like that. So basically what is this horizontal line? It's basically a wire. So this, the short one represents the negative, the long one represents the positive. If I ask you to draw a battery here, don't draw one for me here. You have to draw 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 2 long lines and 2 short lines. Alright? The battery is 2 or more cells. And if it's just cell, then it will be this. So this is cell. This is battery.
Battery cell.
Ken, Jishan, are you?
Rock first. And when space much right now, the positive go, you put a positive inside something like a rock. The negative go the spring, the positive go the piston.
Oh, that's a very good question. So basically, do you all realize that for some toys, or is that transformer is battery operated or is not? Okay. Do you all realize sometimes when you open up, so Zachary was asking, let's say that this is a slot. Alright, so normally they say maybe you need 4 batteries. And then normally there's a spring here, and then there's a spring here, there's a spring here, there's a spring here, correct? Have you all seen this before? Like the slots, maybe they need 4 batteries. And then they put there's a spring here, spring here, spring here, spring here. Then Zachary was asking, how do we insert the battery?
The positive put at the spring face.
The other way.
Put the spring.
Okay, Zisha tried. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not going to respond so the thing doesn't work, okay? Yeah, so basically you're going to put the, correct? The negative supposed to be at the spring because you can just push it in and then you can slot it nicely. Alright?
I thought the plus was the negative again.
Can? Anyone can understand? But of course, unfortunately, we are not learning this. Alright, but it's a good question. Can, Joshua, so far? Okay. Can I rub this? I rub, Okay. Okay, I rub this happy guy. Okay. So, since I introduced symbols, this is called electrical symbols. So let's just see what's going on. Let's say like that.
Electrical circuit.
Yeah, this is called electrical circuits.
Where is the electricity from the battery about if it's completely connected by wire?
Collected by the wire.
No, connected, not connected.
Again, your question?
Connected by wire, then the bulb can light up.
Ah, yes, correct.
It must be a closed circuit.
Okay, so basically, this is called electrical diagram. So this is called the electrical diagram. I'm not too sure whether this is needed in the new world, but let's just learn for the sake of O-levels for now. Because in the new world, all these are pollutants, and I'm not too sure whether we have all this. Okay, so electrical diagrams. So you have 1, 2, 3. So if I say the one cell is 2 volt, 2 volt of energy, if there are 3 together, so how many are there?
6 volts.
6 volt. That's very good. So 2 plus 2 plus 2. So the answer is 6 volt. So there are 6 volts of energy here. Was it okay? Then I use wire. Alright, I use wire. And this is a symbol for
The bulb.
light bulb. Yes, correct, Nicholas. Alright, I'll tell you a funny story now. So imagine that this one, remember, I said that there is a happy people, right? Okay, so they will be released, and then what they do is, they will move.
Your travel.
Okay, they will travel happily. Okay, so they travel happily, and when they reach here, there's a problem. Alright, when they reach here, these light bulbs offer something. He actually has this term called the resistance. It has resistance. Okay, so anyone understand what does the word resistance means? Okay, resistance comes from the word resist. Alright, so resist means what?
Block.
Block, yes. Yes, Chester?
Pressure.
Oh, pressure.
Obstruct.
Pressure it. Huh?
Yes.
Pressure. Okay. Anyone knows what resist means?
Close to voltage.
Yeah. Oh, okay, but I was asking for what's the word resist means. Yeah, I resist your advances. There's a resistant movement.
Go again.
Huh?
Go again.
Go against. Correct. So basically, this light bulb will offer a resistance. So it's actually will stop these little cute guys called the charge from passing by. So this light bulb say that you can pass through, but you have to perform a task.
Like me.
Okay. For example, imagine the task is like that. Okay, they say that you are supposed to run up. Alright? Run up the staircase 10 times. To the chargers, they have no choice, Whatever task given by the light bulb, the charge has to do it. In order for them to, what do they want to do? They want to go home. Alright? So actually, whenever they meet the light bulb, I don't think they'll smile. They will frown already. Okay? Alright? Because they need to do work. But where do the energy come from? Who give them the energy then?
The battery.
The battery is the one that will give them energy. Alright? So the battery will say, don't worry. Alright? I will give you energy so that every one of you can pass through. Alright? So they have to do a work. Alright? When they do a work, then only they can pass through. Alright? So what actually happens here in the light bulb is there is an energy conversion. Something happens here. Alright? The energy given by the battery is used by the charge to overcome the resistance of the light bulb. So can someone make a clever guess? What kind of energy conversion will occur here?
Electrical energy to light energy.
Alright. Electrical energy to light. And sometimes it can be a bit of heat also. Okay, who is lost?
It's under what practical?
Huh?
It's under practical.
No, it's still under current. Yes, Joshua.
Is it the wire that the energy go through the wire then?
No, the wire is just a path. It's just like a road. Alright, like for example, let's say that we are playing treasure hunt. Alright, so then they say you're supposed to follow a particular road. The road itself is the wire. So it's not the wire that gives these charges energy. Who's the one that gives them energy?
Battery.
It's the battery that gives them energy. Yes, Jisha? Which part there? Can you understand? So these charges, they themselves do not have energy. Where do they get the energy from? The energy comes from the battery. Was it okay? Can? So this battery will just get, okay, just go, don't worry. Just go, don't worry. I will give you the energy needed to overcome this resistance. Was it okay? Can? Okay. So earlier I was talking about current, right? What do we use to measure the current? Can anyone recall? Ammeter. So what the ammeter is, the ammeter can be placed somewhere here. Okay, basically what does the ammeter do? They are like a counter. They just count. Okay, in 1 second, how many pass by? Okay, well, 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion, 4 billion, they'll just count. Alright? So then when you read, alright, like for example, they'll give you a reading. Basically there will be there's a needle here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's a needle. Let's say that if they point to here, let's say the needle point to here, so it means that it's 4 ampere. Was it okay? So yes, Joshua.
What's the ampere?
Ampere is a unit used to define current. Okay, have you learned any units before?
kg.
Kg. Do you know what's kg?
Kilogram.
What does kilogram used for?
Measuring the weight.
Asking, huh?
Measuring the weight.
Correct. You use a unit to represent mass, correct? So we say kilogram. How about length. Let's say the length of this. What's the unit that you use to measure the length? Then you have ruler, right? Was there any unit mentioned there? Centimeter, correct?
Meter also.
Yeah, centimeter. So for current, they have their own unit. So the moment you see the word capital A, then you know that what are they talking about? They're talking about current. Was it okay? Can? Okay. I will stop explaining when I can see more than 2% John. Then I think I better pause. So that will mean that there are too much information overload.
Like a quick summary, can?
No, I haven't even finished yet. There's no summary yet.
Okay.
Okay? Can? So I have covered current. Alright? So what is current? It's the rate of flow of charges. And what is the formula? I equals to Q over T. Alright? And we covered a bit, half of the definition of voltage, that is EMF. And what is EMF?
Electromagnetic.
If it's just one word to represent EMF, what does it?
Electromotive.
Okay, shorter than that, something that is easier for people to understand.
Electric energy.
Charge.
Energy.
Energy.
Alright? So we cover EMF, and what is the EMF? Basically, amount of energy that the source. So what is source that we're talking about? Battery. So how much energy that this source is giving to the charge as they go through the whole entire circuit. Was it okay? So today we cover two definitions, current and EMF. Okay, enough. Was it okay?
Yes.
Okay. So after that, next week I'll cover PD and I'll cover resistance. And then after that, that means that we finish up this current. But there's still quite a lot. But today let's just take it slow because it's really quite new for some of y'all. Have you all ever tried before with wires, batteries, play around with it?
No.
No. Okay.
But it can work.
Okay. Okay. So that is actually for today. Was it okay? Huh?
Test result.
Yeah, we are going through the test results now. Okay. Huh? How do you think you all fare? You all still need to copy down? Yeah.
Average one.
Okay. When you all do the test,
Zero for everything.
do you all realize that there are two boxes, right?
Yeah.
One is expected marks and one is the actual marks. Do you all know what's the purpose of that?
You see the confidence in ourselves.
Okay, one by one first. Ethan, what's that?
See, to see the confidence in ourselves.
How does the expected marks actually help us to see whether we are confident or not? Yes, agree.
Is if you write a high score, it means confident. If you write a low one.
Oh, okay. That's a good point.
I was trying to be humble.
Okay, try to be humble. Okay. Okay. In schools, some schools they always have this. The teachers are very interested. What is the students' expected marks? And then the teacher will compare with the actual marks to see is there any discrepancy between these two. If there is a 25% difference,
More or less.
it doesn't matter. Okay, then the teacher will take note. Normally the teacher will sit down with the students, if the teacher actually has the time, to find out what's went wrong. Because the thing is, if you all have learned the topics, you should know that how much you learn and how much you know. So your expected marks and actual marks shouldn't differ by a lot. Alright? I have seen that somebody write 1. Yeah, like 1 out of, don't know what, 20 like that.
No, 12.
That's too humble.
Way too humble. It's Joshua.
Okay.
Joshua. Told me he
Okay,
will write.
when you write 1 upon 20, teachers are quite worried. Why? Because the teacher will wonder, I've been teaching for so long, and you only write one. Quite sad lah to the teacher. So do actually have a proper expectations. Alright, because when you write 1, then let's say that you get 7. Alright?
Still fail.
So, yeah, still fail lah. Thanks for highlighting that. But so tough, right, the fail. Okay, but at the very least, okay, when you actually write expected marks, you only can get 1, but your actual marks you get way higher than that. It means that you don't have confidence. It means that you are not sure what you don't know. Alright? So you have to go back. When you actually see here, the big difference between your expected and actual marks, alright, especially if the actual mark is higher than the expected marks, then you have to go back and revise. Is it okay? Find out exactly what are the areas that you don't understand, alright, and then come and talk to me. Was it okay? Okay, what if this guy, very confident, but actually only gets 7. Then how? What does this show?
Overconfident.
Okay, perhaps overconfident.
Overconfident.
Huh? Too proud. Huh? All the Bible terms come with you. What is actually happening here is that perhaps there are some flaw in your understanding, and this flaw is not small. This flaw is quite big. So perhaps you don't understand the definition. Maybe Tutor David speak too fast. See the lessons. Alright? And perhaps there are something that I need to work on, but I do not know. So I want you to go through your expected marks and the actual marks and see whether there's a big difference. If there's a big difference, ask yourself, what went wrong? Was it okay? Like I said, I'm not here to compare who is better, but I can tell nobody failed. That's very good, correct? Right? Can nobody clap? Yeah, what is this? Huh?
Average mark.
I won't tell the average marks lah.
Oh man.
Okay, nobody failed. Okay, nobody fails. Okay, and let me just. Anyone find out the 3 sentences? Which one is the hardest?
Physics.
Physics.
Bio.
So who said physics is the hardest? Raise hand.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know. I think that is.
Physics quite
1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 4 say hardest, right? Alright, so 4. Say. Then Nicholas okay.
Bio is second hardest.
Okay, some more? Do you all agree with what Ethan said?
Okay, I use second hardest.
Chemistry very hard.
Chemistry hardest.
Yeah, chemistry hardest.
Second hardest and biology.
Okay,
Chemistry and bio for me about the same.
so this is how I set the papers. Physics is the hardest, which is correct.
Yeah, I'll say the chemistry hardest.
Alright,
Because it actually got
the easiest is biology.
No. What? Yes, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
Biology.
Why I say physics, I said it to be the hardest, was that there was a session I specifically spent time explaining how to answer, the answering techniques, the keywords for that particular chapters. And I was expecting that you all actually will revise and write down the keywords. Many of you all tried, that's quite good, but some fail to remember that. So that's why I say it's hardest was because it is actually the actual application. And this is actually from the O level. Alright? Why bio is the easiest? Because it is just theory. If you memorize, you can do. I didn't change anything. And where did I get it from? The sample questions is from N level.
Normal level.
It's a normal level. O is ordinary. Alright?
Ordinary.
So for a normal secondary school students, when they go to Sec 1, they have to choose between express and normal stream. For normal stream, you have to complete 5 years, your secondary school life. For express, it's 4 years.
Yeah.
So that means that those who are in normal stream, they are not so good in grasping concept. So that's why they are in normal stream. So after 4 years, they will actually take N levels. And then if they do well, then only they can take O levels. Alright? So chemistry is somewhere in between. Alright? Bio is actually easiest. Let's just see whether your results shows that. Huh? Okay. Please don't look at each other. No, don't ask. Hey, I don't know why humans like to compare. Okay.
the teacher also compare.
I don't. Okay.
Your father.
Nathan,
I mean, school.
Master, Joshua, Zachary, and Bishop. Okay. You see your grades, physics, right?
What is this paper over here?
Oh, actually I want people, I'll try to cover lah. But I know you all also compare lah. Okay, so I just forget lah. Okay. If you get A1, okay, or A2, write down the grades there. If you get A1 or A2, it means your concept is really strong. Okay, why? Because physics being the hardest, if you still can get an A1 or A2, you are definitely on the right track. So at the very least, your parents can be assured that you're okay for the first two topics. Okay? If you get B3 and B4, you are good. It's just that perhaps you haven't really captured all the important keywords in explanations. Alright? And then if you get C5, C6 or C5, then you have to go back and revise again. If you don't have any grades,
How much?
I don't grade you because I don't believe in failure. But if I don't grade you, then you have to work extremely hard. Okay? You have to work extremely hard. Okay, so have you all looked at your papers? Okay, what my advice is please go back because all the parents would have a standard answer that are already given. So you go back, you look through, and then you compare what went wrong. Alright? Then you can actually feedback to me next week. Was it okay? Let's look at the second hardest paper.
I'm gonna get zero. I get zero.
Huh?
It does seem like it's zero.
T-shirt. Nicholas. Very strange. I didn't mark your paper though. I marked everybody else.
No.
Okay. Then you hold on.
Yeah, dude, because you said you will probably get zero. I don't really care. Really. But not yet. I'm sure you will get.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose your chemistry should be problem. Let me mark later. Okay. As for chemistry, I think on average everybody did okay. Alright? But if I actually don't put a grade there, that means you will fall under the ungraded sections. Alright? If you will fall under the ungraded section, do not despair. See what are the areas that you need to work on. And then if you need extra practice, you let me know. It's okay, Ethan.
He didn't study. Sorry. Because too many lessons.
Okay? So this is bio. This is Ethan. This is Chester. This is Sher. Yeah. Okay. So How are you all feeling right now? Like very solemn like that.
Teacher's hands
Okay.
away from your mouth.
Okay. How many of you are satisfied with your results? Can I see a show of hands?
Nobody.
Nobody is satisfied with your own results?
Any parents I think.
Parents haven't seen the results yet.
My parents already saw mine.
Huh? Okay. So what we can do is there are people who do well. There are people. The one that very consistent are 3 lah in this class. So what you all can do is I want you to just see what are the areas that you all don't understand. Any clarification? I think just nice. You all can just ask the person next to you. Alright? Clarify anything that you all don't understand. Alright? But if yours, even after the questions, you all still don't get it, why about you wrong? You can ask me. Was it okay? Can? Yeah. Yes, Ethan? Zachary, you can just mingle with Nathan. I give you all a few minutes, then at least the parents can also take a look at the results as well. Preparing and teaching a class that from the age of 8 go all the way to, are you 15? Yeah, 15, 7 years difference. Yeah, this is definitely the very different set of medications. So there's just no way of comparing. Yeah, there's just simply no way of comparing. Yeah, so if you, like I said, I didn't write any grades, do not get too disheartened. Alright? Mother said that she'll spend hours going through work with you. So I'm sure you should actually reward what your mom has done for you. If you're under the B3, B4 category, I would suggest after a week or 2, go back to the topic again and then revise one more time. Was it okay? Yeah. Because actually in school, normally after they teach one topic, they have a short test. But I cannot afford to have short tests all the time. So I will have, this is what I call CA1. Alright? Then the next one will be SA1. Alright? Yeah, you know what's SA1?
I don't even know why they even put SC1, SC2.
CA stands for Continual Assessment. SA stands for Semestral Assessment.
Why do they even put that?
Huh?
Why didn't you put that?
So that they can actually monitor the progress of the students.
Or from
Yeah. Okay. So anyone has any particular questions that you all want to ask from these test papers? These 3? Yes, mother. Yes, mom.
The chemistry one, the table one, there's a CL minus.
Yeah, CL minus. Correct.
That one,
Yeah, you find it difficult?
I don't understand.
Oh.
Because the minus means electron is 17, right?
Yeah.
Wow, very good questions, huh?
it means at 17.
Okay,
17 plus
so
1 electron, 18.
chlorine, right?
Oh, yeah.
So chlorine, when they put a minus, it means that it is not atoms anymore. It is
At
an
17.
so it's an ion. Okay. I will encourage. Talking about that. For Zachary, Joshua, and Jisha. I think Jisha already done. For Joshua and Zachary to try the table. Alright, in the section B of the chemistry, because in the exam you are not needed to do that, but you can try. Go home and try.
The what?
The table in your chemistry section B.
Oh,
Yeah, do you see the table? Yeah, can you try that?
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, in the class I told them it's 37. Yeah.
But why?
Yeah. So chlorine, right? This chloride ions, because Jisha didn't not required to do section B, so I only told those who are doing the paper that this chlorine that I picked, the mass number is 37.
Oh, you pick one.
I picked, yeah, because there are two. There are 35 and 37, so I picked 37.
Why not 36?
Don't have 36. That means in nature they only found that chlorine, there are two types. One is 35 and 37. And then they found out that there are 75% 35, 25% is actually 37. So when they find the average, this is how they calculate. They use 0.75 times 35, then plus 0.25 times 37. That's why they found out that the average is 35.5. I mean, it's the same thing as saying that their 3% is 35 kg, and then their 1% is 37 kg. So what's the average? So 35 plus 35 plus 35 plus 37 divided by 4. That's why they get 35.5 as the average mass. Alright. Any mothers want to ask question too? Any questions? I asked you to discuss, right? You all were talking just now, so I expect that you all are exchanging informations, science-related informations. Any particular question that you all find it hard? That even when you discuss, you still don't get it? Yeah, what? Section B what?
Yeah, because they read the basic section B and the refrigerator one.
Refrigerator.
Question
1.
Because of she told me how it was using. That's all of things. Because she have all those like boiling, go through all that she has.
There we go.
That's why she teach me.
Question 1. Yeah, a lot of people didn't get it right. Personally, I was a little bit disappointed. Actually, I'm expecting you all to do well in physics. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Yeah, this is very good. I like the
I'm
MCQ.
happy with my MCQ, but I'm not really happy.
So that means that you need to work on your structure. Okay, explanation. Okay. So question 1, they talk about the refrigerator, right? Anyone get any marks? Oh, the 8 marks. Anyone get any marks? 2 marks. 2 marks. Oh yeah, you didn't do. Disha didn't do. Zachary didn't do. Nathan, how many marks you get? 2 marks. Nathan? Yeah. So it seems that everyone get only 2 marks. Because I feel that you all didn't read the questions carefully. Alright? Let's look at question 1, part 1. They say that explain the change in the arrangement of the particles and also the energy change involved. Is there how many parts are there? How many parts of these questions? 2 parts. What's the first part they're asking for?
Change in arrangement of particles.
Alright, so change in arrangement. So that is actually the first part. What is the second part of the thing that they're asking for? What's the second part? The energy change involved, correct? Do you know what is this word change means? Can someone tell me what the word change means? Yeah, what's change? I'd love to hear from you, Joshua.
Change your clothes.
What again?
Change your clothes.
Change clothes. Alright?
Like,
Yes.
put
Josh.
on new stuff.
Put on clothes, put on stuff. So it means that when you say change, there must be something from something happens before, maybe nothing happened yet, after that something happened, correct? So it means that they ask, you must explain before and after. You see? You say you change clothes, right? So you say change clothes means what? You take off what? Your old sweaty clothes and then you put on the new one, correct? So there's always a before and there's always after. That's what change is all about. If you know what does the word change, then you know that your answers always would have two parts. And if there are two parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, isn't that 4 marks? Correct? So they ask for the change in arrangement. So what is the answer? It's from an irregular arrangement to a disorderly arrangement. Basically, it's what to what first. What change is this? Okay, they say what? The liquid is changed into a vapor, right? Correct? So it's liquid to gas. So can you tell the arrangement of liquid you write down here, the vapor, the arrangement you write down here, then you get 2 marks already, right? Can you see the answering technique? You see, that is why I like to emphasize words like this. Then you know what you need to write. I think, yeah, this question 1 killed everybody, I think. Yeah, you didn't do it. Okay.
No, I did it, but I only got 2 marks.
Yeah.
But I did mention about the liquid to vapor.
So what is the energy change involved? Alright? So they're asking is, tell me what does this energy involved used for actually? So it's basically is, this energy is to do what? You see, from liquid to vapor, what do? You need to overcome what? From liquid, right? We know liquid is like that, right? The liquid arrangement is like that, quite close to each other.
Arrangement of the
Okay, and then the vapor is like that, right? So the energy you use to do what? What does the energy use to do what?
Break the intermolecular force of energy.
Correct, you have to break it, right? But that's only 1 point.
Evaporation.
What else? How do you actually become a vapor?
Boiling.
Evaporate.
Evaporate. Then what do you do when you actually, as you boil, where do you go to? Okay, to everywhere, to the environment, correct? Pressurize, then you have to push yourself against all the molecules that's around it. So that's why they say that you're supposed to help to push into the atmosphere. Okay, this is application type of questions. Yeah, this is only the first part. Do you have the answers, right? Oh no, your uncle has the answers. Oh, I passed it to you already. Yeah, so no need to copy. Because I write down the answers there. Okay. Part 2, they say explain why blackened metal plates are used. Okay, what are the 2 keywords that you are supposed to explain?
The properties of black.
Okay, good. That's what Zachary said. Explain about the black.
black
And then?
and white.
Are you on the same page with me?
There's no white.
Is that the same? Look at the question. Is there a white?
No.
Metals.
Plates.
So basically the black and the metals. So basically if you divide the marks here, so with 2 marks and 2 marks here, right? How do you get these 2 marks? What do you know about black? Yes?
Good emitter and radiator of radiation.
Okay. So basically you have to write down the properties, right?
Yeah.
The metals, you have to write down the properties, correct?
Yeah.
After you write down property, you explain. After you write down the property, you just have to explain. How does this property help? Okay, Nicholas? We're expecting something more. Yeah. Chester, do you understand? Yeah, question 1 killed everybody. Those who attempted. Those who attempted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I go to the toilet?
Yeah, sure.
Explain.
Rain about
You can't. Let's start with the toilet. Why? Explain about.
How about question 2? How about question 2?
What the other?
Question 2. There are 5 marks there.
Wow. Did anybody get one?
Anyone get 5 marks? Yes. Did anyone get 5 marks? Did anyone get 3 marks? 3 marks. Nathan?
I got 2.
Yeah, 2.
I got 0.
You get? 3. Very good. 3. Yeah. You? Very good. Yeah. Because what Nicholas did, he literally explained step by step. And I noticed that you all kind of like assume I know what you're trying to say. So you're like, okay lah, I think Tutor David understand lah. Okay, Uncle David understand, okay lah. So I explain briefly lah. Oh no, when I mark, I become only 5 years old. So if I don't understand what you write, or your explanation is too brief, I cannot give you marks. Alright? Maybe I can ask Joshua to help me to explain.
What?
Okay. Joshua, you know what is convection? Okay, what's convection? No, it's okay, try. Imagine you are trying to explain to someone who don't understand what is convection. Can you tell me what is convection?
Cold air goes up.
Okay?
The cold air goes down.
Okay, cold air goes down. And then?
And hot air goes up.
Again?
Hot air goes up.
Hot air
Goes up.
goes up. And then what happened?
It becomes a convection.
Correct. So it becomes
A convection current.
convection current.
This was happening here.
Why the hot air rises? Joshua, why the hot air rises?
Because it's less dense.
Very good. Because it's less dense.
And cold air is more dense.
Yes, it's denser.
Why you never get the question?
Then do you know that Joshua already can get full marks already?
Woo!
You see? That's how simple to get the marks. Because you see, I asked why, correct? You see, less hot air rises, goes up. Then I asked Joshua why. Then he answered because it's less dense. And then because of that, cold air goes down because it's denser. And together they form a convection current. And that's 5 marks.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You sure understand?
Yeah, I'm shaking my
Yeah, because they ask you, why don't they say not there?
What are the question talking about? They're talking about core. The earth core. You think the earth core is air that it can bounce? No, it's a molten.
What's a semi-melted? What's a semi?
Do you see? Do you realize this one? I wrote down this one. Semi-molten rock.
What's that?
What is molten?
partially lava.
Ah, correct. It's melted. Partially melted rock.
Oh, it's melted lah.
Yeah.
Because it's too hot.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, if the earth core so hot, how come there's still sun?
Yo, I will answer that. You should know. Do you take geography?
Never.
Maybe you should come for geography. Ask Uncle Keith. He will explain to you.
We covered this in geography. Same thing exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Question 4. Okay, question 3 was okay. Question 4. Alright. Question 4. There are 4 marks.
Is the
Anyone get 3?
I got 0.
Question 4.
What?
You
You
get-
got 3, I don't know eh.
Okay.
I think I give you 3.
Yeah, 1 mark.
How many marks? Yeah.
1.
1, 3
So it's 3. So Chester has to work on your explanation, no? Yeah. So you get full marks for the part B,
1.
but then your part A, I think you couldn't understand what is going on. Okay, you see, the students say that the molecule expands and becomes less dense. Alright? Do you understand what this student is trying to say, Chester? You say the molecule is like that, this size, and then because it's very hot, So it become this big. Oh, then when it becomes so hot, it becomes this big. And then when it's so hot, it becomes this big. And then it starts to rise. This student is thinking as a balloon. It means it's like the molecule expand, and then it starts to rise up. Correct or not?
No. I think I want to hit here.
Why?
Oh, it's because of the hot light.
Okay, but how does hot air rise? Does that, because these students think that it's like a balloon.
Less dense.
So does that mean that less dense, just like balloon, just can just blow. So the molecule gets bigger and bigger, and then that's why it starts to rise.
The molecules get further apart.
Oh,
They move
correct!
faster.
Yes, Chester!
It moves faster.
Okay,
Oh, no wonder if you blow too much, the molecules can't take it,
Yeah.
so the balloon explodes.
so one thing that I also need to highlight was that during the test, perhaps some of you all spend a little bit too much time on the MCQ. And then as a result, you all are rushing through the final few questions. I know Chester is rushing, but I must commend Chester and Nathan. They use up all the time during the exam, during the test, and that's commendable. Yeah. Because if you were to really sit down and then reread, sometimes you may actually spot errors. Yeah. So Chester has no time to check. It's right on the dot. Yeah. Because you did very well for MCQ, I saw, because you take time to go through. But because of that, it affected your section B. Was it okay? So we can close physics. Anyone need to ask for the MCQ, the section A? Yeah. Chester, Jisha did well. Chester got full marks.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, but he need to work on his time management.
He's awesome. Totally. I wish I would get
Okay, how about bio?
Bio.
Any problem with bio? Bio should be the simplest,
Terrible. I got 58%, C5. I got 95.
That's fine.
Very good.
Because
Jisha.
I feel that bios are easiest. I actually don't feel that bios are easiest.
And also you actually takes time. You see, when you see your peers walk out from the room, you are not tempted to follow them. You actually sit down and
But I do, because I'm checking again. Checking again.
okay, bio, any problems?
Check.
This is, where's the bio?
Check again.
Yeah. For bio, you all really have to make an effort to memorize lah. No choice lah. Bio is about memory work. So if you do not understand, actually if you memorize, you should be able to pass. But if you want to get better than just pass, then you have to try the questions that are given to you all. Was it okay? You have any questions for the section B? I don't think so, right? Because if you memorize, you can do for bio. Yeah.
I don't know why I want to show
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's take a look at question 2 of section B for bio. Okay. Yeah. And can you all turn to the section B question 2? Okay. There's a table, correct? There's a table, right? Okay, and some of y'all, what do y'all do?
Present, absent.
No, some of y'all did this. And they tick.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, let's just say I'm the examiner. I tell you to complete the table below. And then what you do is you tick. What does it tell me?
Everything is inside.
Okay, but what does it tell me about your work?
Let me just tick.
It means you can't be bothered lah.
But start the thing.
So the answer is
You have to write for me.
Like,
Because no matter what, this is secondary school. Don't tick. Yeah, just tell me whether is it present, is it absent, is it big, is it small, is it temporary, is it permanent, is it fixed, is it regular, is it irregular? Terms. I need to know the terms.
I don't even know what's the or you can just say the next cells one cell
Yes, correct.
But I still don't know what is the what does it mean?
Chester.
Teacher,
Yeah.
I don't know what does the rate mean. I don't understand because I understand.
Yeah. Okay. Can
I didn't do things.
there are 3 students in there. Alright. Nathan you take, right? Xavier also do tick 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 tick. And then Nathan also. 3 person tick 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 tick. And I was reading, I was like,
I didn't do the vacuum. I did. Teacher, I
that
don't
one. Okay?
know what's the relative size mean.
That means you have to compare the animal cells and then the plant cell. Which one is bigger? Which one is smaller?
Oh, there is what?
If they want you to tick, they will say. They just tick when it's appropriate.
Complete the table
Yeah.
with ticks.
Yeah, correct. Complete the tables with ticks.
And cross.
Correct. So try to remember, we are not taking primary school examinations. We are taking O levels. So try to actually write words. Was it okay, Nathan? If not, you actually could have get that higher, right? Yeah, it's okay. This is a good learning experience. Okay? Yeah, Chester made a careless mistake. Your whole one question is all wrong.
I think mine is also the same, maybe.
Okay, it's okay, I'll mark.
Maybe I can do it.
Okay, how about chemistry?
Chemistry.
You done, you get 100%.
I get one.
I see one. I see this one.
Huh?
I see the percentage.
Okay? Any question for, as usual, you done this superbly. Wow, I was expecting this actually.
They are having studies, totally doesn't study. Because still going through the whole
Yeah.
lesson.
Oh, this is percentage. Somebody the percentage. Actually, I should upgrade you already next time. Normally when they according grades, when they actually put in grades, let's say what is A1, what is A2, they actually based on the percentage.
A means apple.
Yeah,
C for cat.
yeah, because he has the section B also. Yeah, I combine both. Okay, so just based on this test alone, for the next SA1, okay, the SA1 will be somewhere in May. Alright, the SA1, I'll upgrade. Jishan, can you try follow with the rest? Try section A and section B. But what you need to do is you need to work on your time. Was it okay? Yeah. Well, for Joshua, Zachary, so far I think maybe at the moment you are comfortable with what you're supposed to do section A. So just keep the section A only. Okay? So everyone have their own targets. Set your own targets. Alright? Okay. Actually, I'm quite heartened by your efforts. Okay. Heartened means I feel touched. You see, I'm touching myself now. Yeah, I just want to give you all a token, alright, to encourage you all. So what you need to do is that, wow, this is very so Singaporean. So please remember your marks, and those who actually get C5, C6, B3, B4 or ungraded, try to improve. Was it okay? Try to improve.
I got one.
Then whoever get A1, A2, please maintain.
And I got one.
Was it okay?
I got one A for apple, B for bacon, C for carrot. I got one B1, I got one C, I got one ungraded.
I buy something for you all. This is for Joshua.
What's this?
What's that? Actually, I have this at home. What's this?
You don't have
What's that? Oh,
Thank
bubbles.
you.
But I don't have the pen.
What's this thing?
This is not bubble. This is draw.
That's strawberries beside.
Oh, doggy bone pen.
Oh, another
I
ruler.
have them at home. Actually, I wish it's a bubble pen.
What ruler?
What's
that?
Santa Claus.
Oh, yours.
Santa Claus. Yeah.
What?
Okay. You want? I give you this one. The $5 potatoes.
$5 potato.
What's that? Drawing cannot eat one. So bad. Seriously, I can't eat. What is this? What?
Okay, try harder, can?
$5 potato.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay. So we have time, Shall we go back to electricity again?
No! Don't chemistry. Yeah, no more chemistry. Also chemistry side. Yeah, best. Yeah, best.
Okay.
No more chemistry. If you use the copy the. But no more ironing, bonding. This time equations, balancing equations.
Quiz.
Quiz. The only one who's chemical master. Yes, please accept. You'll be the science master. Science master. Science. Hey, Ethan, he's the science master.
Then he's the science master.
Okay.
The parents are. Very good.
Don't mind this.
Okay. Don't want electricity. No.
My mother said do quiz. She said can recap everything we just learned.
You must know Chester because Chester that time he didn't.
Oh.
It's not fair.
Quiz on electricity.
I totally agree.
Okay, Okay, we can play quiz.
Yeah, thanks to you, Chester. Wait, that's the good thing about going away. Remember the other time I said, oh, there's a gun.
Yes, sir.
The one that
The trophy is nothing.
Be careful.
Okay.
the most
This one cannot see us.
it's not tic-tac-toe.
It is a tic-tac-toe.
Tak-tak-toe.
So anyone play tic-tac-toe before?
Yes, everyone.
What's tic-tac-toe? Okay, Nicholas doesn't know. Okay, let's explain on behalf of Nicholas.
Oh, I know what the game is like. First you choose a spot, then you give a question to have the spot.
Okay. Yeah, correct.
Actually, I do even know tricks to do tic-tac-toe. So later you can she's just playing yeah, one weak spot is and a weak spot is.
Okay, let me explain one more time. How does this work? If you get 3 diagonal, you win.
Three only diagonal.
Horizontal, you also win. Alright? If you 3 vertically, you also win. Was it okay?
Okay.
So basically what I'm going to divide is just like that lah. So this is 3 against 4.
Because what?
Okay.
Nicholas leh?
No, that's a he
Okay.
come with us.
Yeah, I got it right. Therefore, VS4.
Okay, for this team it is cross. You all use cross, okay?
I use smiley face.
For this side, can you all just use something simple? Circle.
Yeah.
Was it okay?
Can we use back the chemical mask?
Yeah, I will test you all 3 sciences. No science master, basically everyone will have the opportunity to come out.
Please because
Okay, so basically, it's very simple. You come out, I ask you a question. You answer
Yeah, you
correct.
gave me my favorite color.
If you answer correctly, you can put anywhere in your spot. If you didn't answer, you go back.
Oh.
Alright? So the one that can answer, like for example, Jisha come out. Alright? So she comes out. So let's say that he answered correctly. So then he put here. Was it okay? So let's say Zachary comes out. He answered correctly. Zachary has a choice. Either you put something,
I
you
know
write a
what
circle, correct? Or you can just rub it off. Was it okay?
You can rub off the.
One spot.
That's cool. This tic tac rock.
That means it's,
Tic tac rock.
you understand?
Tic tac
You
rock.
under-
Good name.
basically just erase one only. After you go back.
Tic science.
So you have a choice. Like for example, if Jisha already put a cross here, then Zachary answered correctly, he either can put here, then he go back. But let's say that he doesn't want, because he thinks that this is a very good spot, he just rub it off.
I can write lah.
Yeah, you
I
can
know
write.
what
then you come back around, you got
I always got a trick to win the.
He also
They
has.
don't know.
Okay, so the trick is whoever get the
Can I ask
three in the
you?
same line, yeah?
Can he rub off his own one?
Okay, can you all keep all your test papers? Like, keep it.
Cover.
Oh.
The team called the
Ethan, have you eaten?
join our team.
Yeah, I'm in your team. What? Join your team. Your team.
You're gonna evaporate.
Okay,
higher than you.
since this team is last member, so they start first. Okay, Joshua?
Wait, me, you, he, and.
No, here, this three.
No, Nicholas.
What? Then Nicholas joined them.
Yeah.
At least we start first, right? And we can write them off.
Oh yeah.
Have you all keep in your bags?
Oh yeah, I
you
got
also
very
can write
young
yourself,
bag.
right?
Wait, can we
Yes.
can I tell them something?
Yes, yes. Have you all keep your stuff?
You know what? Now we have the famous that is Nicholas.
Okay, come Joshua.
I know.
Have you all keep your stuff ready?
Yes.
Everything. Except for She is scaring me.
Okay, then it starts now. Okay, so what do we learn today? What do we learn today?
Electricity.
Alright.
It's too simple. He asked,
Okay, Jisha.
what did we learn today? What? Too simple.
So what is the unit for current?
Wait. Oh, unit for current.
Hmm.
I can also put same. Yeah, right.
Okay,
I can write the notes.
never mind, it's alright. Okay, go back to the 6.
A, right? Go first.
It's already there.
Then go already.
Yay!
Okay, Zachary?
Zach, you know where to put?
Where?
Wait. I'll ask a question first. Sit down.
Can I tell him where to put?
Now he can choose when he want to put. Okay, what's the formula for current? Keep your books into your bag.
Keep your books into your bag.
Yeah, keep.
I want to see what's the
Keep.
name again. Q.
Correct.
Put the other side of the O. Yeah.
No, opposite.
No. Sit down. Let him put on
Opposite.
Opposite.
The top
Yeah,
one.
here.
Okay.
Ethan go.
No.
Okay, Ethan.
Ethan. Yes, yeah, good. Wait, what is the mask?
What is the unit for charge? What's the unit for charge?
Aya. It's not Aya.
What's the unit for charge? Not sure. What's the physical units for charge? Yeah. Like current just now I was asking Jisha, he couldn't answer. It's ampere. So A-M-P-E-R-E. So charge it. Okay, thanks. Okay.
Just try it first.
Huh? No, it's not. Okay, sit down. It's coulomb. That's the unit.
If you get correct, it is the shortest game of tic-tac-toe.
Okay, what's the definition of EMF?
EMF, electromotive force.
So easy. Why you give him such an easy
So
one?
it's actually work done using 1 unit of
Why we get the
energy.
harder one?
No. It's a work done per unit charge by the source to go through the
So
whole
try your next
capacitor. It's alright, you copy down the units. Okay, it's alright. That's good, good.
Nicholas!
Okay, Chester.
Nicholas. No, chess! No! Chess! 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 You will do it, chess. Chess is good.
What do we use to measure current?
Do we use to measure current? That's wrong. I'll just start with A. You can't just say like that.
Correct.
Hey, did you say it?
Who's it?
I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Oh, I just stopped.
Okay.
Okay, you
Okay, Joshua.
Josh, I will give up with you. What do you do yesterday?
Can you draw the symbol for cell?
Symbol for cell.
The electrical symbol for cell. 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 Electrical cell. Not the biological cell. Not the prison cell.
Cell phone. Like the
Battery.
oh,
One cell.
Okay.
Symbols for
symbol. I put like the. I don't understand.
Okay, it's alright, thank you. Okay. Okay, Nicholas.
Oh no,
Can you
Nicholas.
cell?
Yeah, Nicholas.
You draw the electrical diagrams that has emitter, cells, and light bulb. Yes, correct. Can you what you want to do? You want to put a tick or you want to rub off? Okay.
Okay, later you must screen this is not.
Okay, Zachary.
Zach, come on, Zach.
What is the unit for EMF? Yeah, the electromotive force. But what is the unit? Just like current, the unit is ampere. Ampere. Then voltage? No, correct. It's wrong. Sit down. It's volt.
No.
It's volt.
They win already. They win already.
Next, Jisha.
No, I forget everything you know. I
I'm so touched.
forget everything. So I forget everything. Okay.
Okay, what is the formula for current again? Okay, there's a triangle, right?
I hope you don't get it. Is it like that? It's not correct. No. I'm sure it's not correct because you didn't say anything. Silence means wrong. Silence. I think the number is also correct. Oh my goodness.
Okay, thank you.
Save our lives. It's wrong.
It's incorrect.
Q is the biggest.
Yeah, Yeah, it's Q.
Q is at the top.
And then there's an I.
Ah, you look at the notes.
And then
Hey, close.
I'm saying it.
Basically, it's qualification in IT.
Why didn't tell me before?
Oh, queen on top.
Yeah.
Queen. I thought there was a sexy.
Okay.
Oh, that one is the other one.
Okay, next.
Nathan say her life.
It's dark.
Ah, okay.
Yes. The Josel, like, what you want to do? Josel.
Nathan say her life.
Okay, the same triangle, but this time around for EMF.
Nathan.
Please get it. I'll come back.
Correct.
Get it correct.
Oh, Nathan. Cheer up, man.
Oh, that's Nicholas. Okay, we have something. You want to trash it out with him later. Okay, what is the formula for EMF? Correct, so far so good.
Hey, what is spring?
Come on, Nathan.
Okay. Incorrect.
Oh, Nathan.
Okay, who's next?
Chester.
Hey, you see the answer now?
Chester.
Nicholas.
Chester, right?
Chester. Come on, just lose like you do.
Remember, I said that in current electricity, you are supposed to learn 3 important concepts, right? What are they? Current.
Current. Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay, thank you.
Can I say something?
Oh,
The one is different.
I don't know.
Hey, you have
Okay. So the 3 things that we are supposed to learn under the topics is current, voltage, and resistance. Right? So Joshua, under the voltage, we divided into 2 more. What are they?
Voltage
Yeah, voltage,
and resistance.
Okay, you're supposed to learn current, voltage, resistance. But under the voltage, I say that we divided into 2 different. One is, another one is. Remember the arrows? I write down, right? Current. I wrote down current.
do it for him.
Then this one is, I say current, right? Then people like, huh? How come saying? Then I write voltage. Then I wrote down resistance, correct? Then after I say that the voltage divided into, what is this two?
EMP.
Okay, no? EM, okay, yeah, you're getting it, okay, then? Up here. P what? Yeah, you're getting it. Very close actually. You are very, very close. So I can tell you that the first 2 letters is correct. This letter also correct. So one more letter left is not correct. One more letter. If you know my name and my wife's name, then you can just fill in. If you know my name and you know my wife. Okay, PD and do you know my wife's name?
He's 80.
I think he doesn't know.
Okay, sit down, thank you. It's EMF.
Yeah, man.
It's the longest tic-tac-toe ever played. I feel like the shortest, this is longest.
Okay, who's next?
Next one.
Ethan.
Okay,
No, not me.
there is Ethan.
No.
Okay, not
I see, right, that in this syllabus, there are actually three major sections. Correct? What are they? Current electricity, DC, yes. Correct. Yeah.
You were too scared behind.
You have to repeat everything I
Okay, last game, huh?
Hey, let's switch everybody around. Switch everybody around.
Don't want.
That is not fair. They got how we switch is that we switch X for them, O for us.
Okay. Okay, huh?
No, at least Zachary go there and Nicholas come here.
No.
At least Nicholas needs to.
Okay.
This one chemistry.
Okay, huh?
This one
So we're gonna move on to chemistry and bio.
Bio is
Yes, bio.
Bio.
Okay.
Teacher so happy.
Okay.
People get
Zachary turn.
Yeah. Now that.
cover it now.
Come on, Zach.
Okay, tell me what is the meaning of valence electrons?
Oh,
What's valence electrons means?
I also don't know.
It's an MCQ. What is valence electrons? What it means? No, not correct. Okay, sit down. Valence electrons means the electrons in the outermost shell. Huh? Okay, where's the next one?
Jeez.
Nicholas, right?
Yay.
Nickman.
That's bio, huh? Okay, can you tell me at least 4 noble gas elements? Helium, yes? Yes? Okay, no, correct. It's supposed to be helium, neon, argon, krypton.
He got krypton.
And last one, xenon also. Alright, next. Who's the next? Yeah,
Go Nathan.
Nathan.
The job.
You have to give me biology first.
Okay,
I want chemistry.
Is bio your girlfriend?
You see, he himself said.
okay, yeah. So if I tell you this compound, you just tell me whether it's covalent or ionic. Alright? Is it okay? So carbon dioxide.
Covalent.
Correct.
There? Oh, why do you put it?
Okay, next. Jishan.
Please give me.
Okay. Jishan, listen, huh? Just now I say that I asked Zachary what is valence electrons, and the definition is the electrons in the outermost shell. So the outermost shell, what is it called?
Third shell.
Is it? Valence electrons is the electrons in the outermost.
Shell.
Correct.
Yeah!
Okay. Okay.
Throw away the
Okay, nice.
Yes, this
Okay.
is awesome, madam.
Lithium, lithium is an element in group 1. Why?
Because The first shell only have one electron.
The first shells has only one electron. Okay, let me rephrase another. Sodium is also in group 1. Why? Why?
Sing, it's okay, sing.
Lithium and sodium both are in group 1. Why?
Cannot use the
Okay, you can use periodic tables.
So far away.
Maybe you should draw a drawing.
Should draw one out. Another one will be more so like that will take too long. What?
Okay,
Because he didn't
okay,
get
what is the group 1?
Lithium and sodium. And
Excuse me.
Why is it group 1? Is it correct or not? Is it lithium, sodium in group 1? Is it correct? Yeah, but why?
oh, because the second shell only has one electron.
Second shell for what?
For lithium has one electron and for sodium is 9.
Okay, you're very close, huh? You're very close.
Oh, because lithium, the second shell only has one, and sodium, the third shell has one electron.
Correct.
Wow.
Very good. Okay,
No.
the next.
Next. Or next.
Oh,
Okay, Chester.
you know what to put next?
Okay, how about you now? Huh? Because there are 3 finished. already.
Don't say.
Remember that we are supposed to memorize 3 specialized cells? Okay, pick one of the 3 specialized cells that you are supposed to learn in O-level syllabus.
Syllabus.
Three. Correct.
At the side, last.
Okay.
Left bottom.
Bottom.
That's not mine. Okay, next.
Wait, what? I thought Chester then. Zeki.
Tell me 3 differences between animal and plant cells.
Plant cell has cell set, but the animal cell doesn't. It has chloroplast, but the animal cell doesn't.
Okay, I can accept that.
We can win this round.
Okay,
Sure.
next.
You better get ready.
You can't block us.
Oh yes, we can.
Okay, huh? Yeah, bio. So we talk about 3 specialized cells, right? Alright. So just now Chester mentioned red blood cell. What's so special about red blood cell?
That has no nucleus. Hey, this is a simple. It's a bifurcation.
Erase.
Alright.
Erase the top.
What?
Yes.
Nathan, go. Go, Nathan.
I see
Put that place back again. Put it back. No, Nathan, even better. Erase the other way.
Okay. So let's take a look. Just now we talked about red blood cells, right? Okay. So now let's move on to movement of substances. Alright. So can you give me like 2 examples of partially permeable membrane?
Disking tubing,
And
cell plasma membrane of the plasma membrane of a cell.
yeah, can.
Erase the on top there. On top this. Erase this.
Erase it.
Erase it.
Kill it.
Do it.
No.
Actually, because no.
这个
Yeah.
Hi.
Academic cannot go back already.
Okay, who's next? Ah, Nick.
Nickman.
Hi, Nicholas. Bio.
Yes. You fail like crazy.
Please give me bio.
Okay, ah.
Quick.
In the nick of time.
There are three solutions, right? There are three types of solutions. Alright? There is hypotonic, there is isotonic, there is hypertonic.
Wow.
Hyper, iso, and hypo. So just take one and tell me what it is. So you don't know, huh? Okay, for benefit, someone can help him.
Huh?
Okay, yes, Chester.
Before.
I think I know. I think isotonic solution is the same as the same amount of water as the thing that's put in.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
How what? But he helped him. He got 4. He got 4 people. But he got help him. It's not fair. You also.
I declare this a draw. Okay, we shall continue again.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I'm supposed to talk to
Really 4 o'clock already.
Thank you.
Joshua.
What? You owe him 10. You owe him 10.